Yo, what's good, people? Um, I don't even know what to say. I'm stunned right now. Good morning. The Phoenix Suns lost in the second round of the NBA playoffs. And there's other playoff series to get to, but the Phoenix Suns, a team that was looked at to be the most untouchable, most dominant team all regular season long, led by Chris Paul and Devin Booker, lost in 7 games to the Dallas Mavericks. And it's just poetic for me because I picked Phoenix in 7. I knew the series would be very, very tough. But I always kept saying, Luka, man, Luka's that guy. And this year, with Jason Kidd and the defensive principles that they have, they're just a completely different team. I get that we're going to focus on how they absolutely blitzed them in game 7, which is true. But you got to look at the stops and the defense they were able to get that that put them in position to dominate offensively. That was an insane game last night. And Luka just came out hungry, aggressive, scoring a lot of easy baskets. He had a post up on DeAndre Ayton that was just absolutely disrespectful. And he was doing it all game. He had 27 at the half, which is what Phoenix had as a team. And to me, that just shows you. I really didn't want to say this, but I really think the Phoenix Suns were front runners. I really think that's what it is because there's no way that you come out in a game 7 and you score 27 points at halftime, giving up that many points to the Dallas Mavericks. There was no heart, no effort, no soul from the Phoenix Suns in the first half. And it got even worse in the second. And I kept saying over and over, if the Suns are going to win, Chris Paul is going to have to increase his scoring load and be more aggressive as an offensive player. If he does not do that, then they are in critical trouble. I said that. And now they're in Cancun with a lot of other teams. Um just just embarrassing for the Suns. Their all-time regular season this and that or whatever doesn't matter. Does not matter. When you lose a game 7 like that, your narrative, whatever it was, gets rewritten for you, whether you like it or not. And this was an embarrassing, embarrassing loss for the Phoenix Suns. But let's focus on who actually won the series, who's worth more time, the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks are like that, man. The fact that they put Luka in a position where he has a bunch of three-point shooters around him with a defensive-minded culture and with guys that can come in, give you timely baskets. Then when he had 28 last night, like you're seeing this team and they're equipped to play other teams because it's not just like the whole Luka Magic show, but they have a team that is enabled to beat any team because they're extremely switchable. When they go small, they hunt for corner threes heavily, and Luka is running the show, finding mismatches and disabling other teams' offenses with his offense as a counter. And I think that is absolutely amazing to see what they've done considering how they started the season. It took them time to gel and to understand how to fit within Jason Kidd's system. But the fact that they are now in the conference finals, you have to put a lot of respect on Jason Kidd and Luka because he's shown time and time again he is a playoff riser, a playoff performer. And a lot of people had the Suns sweeping this team or 5 game in this team. I had it going 7 from Jump Street. That's on wax. So I'm not terribly surprised by this result. But for Phoenix to go out the way they did, that just speaks volumes to the Mavericks wanting it more. And throughout the series and even the playoffs, you saw the Mavericks fight and claw their way through things. They wanted it more. They did. So I gotta put a lot of respect on the Mavericks. Hopefully, all you that were asleep on the Mavericks wake up. Because now in the second round, there's going to be a Dallas Mavericks Golden State Warriors matchup. And let me tell you something. I want to play the Suns because of the narrative that they were this untouchable team. But make no mistake about it, the Dallas Mavericks versus the Golden State Warriors has potential to be the best playoff series in this entire playoffs. It really, really does. Because both teams are at their best when they're small. There's a bunch of three-point shooting. Luka Doncic versus Golden State's ball movement. It's going to be a very interesting series to me. And I think that, ironically, Golden State going through its trials and tribulations in the Memphis series, having to go up against all of that physicality, to me, is preparing them for this series that they're going to have with the Dallas Mavericks. So I really can't wait. I can't wait to see the counters between Kerr and Kidd and see what the rotations are in that type of series. Um, Obviously, Luka is an amazing playoff performer. I think what the game plan for the Warriors will be is similar to how they treated Ja Morant. Like, send him different looks every now and then, but ultimately, you're going to yield whatever he puts up as long as you can shut the water off from his teammates and corner three-point shooters, because Dallas really hunts those corner threes because they're a very efficient shot. So they're probably going to try to key in on that, send Luka different looks, and also try to hunt him and Jalen Brunson as much as they can defensively. But we'll have to see how this works because obviously Jordan Poole and Klay Thompson and Steph, if they're all on the court together, Luka's gonna absolutely hunt. I think this series is gonna be very important to see Draymond's defense and also Klay's defense fully like be on 10. Klay has not been a good defender at all for the majority of this postseason, but to win, he's gonna have to be better than what he's been playing like recently. In the turnover battle, Golden State was able to turn the ball over to Memphis so many times because Memphis didn't have a great half-court offense on top of fast-break offense. If you do that to the Dallas Mavericks, I do think you're putting yourself in a position to actually lose the game. So, again, it's going to be a really, really important and really good playoff series. But quickly transitioning to the Bucks. Bucks, shout out to Bucks. They tried their best. They didn't have Chris Middleton. Giannis didn't play a good second half, but ultimately he was a really good player for the series. And the Celtics just fought. And a lot of people had the Celtics done after Game 6. I was leaning Giannis in Game 7, but I just couldn't do it. Shout out to the Boston Celtics. Tatum and Brown did their thing. We now have a very interesting conference finals between the Heat and the Celtics. We're going to have to see how that goes, but I'm super excited about that. Bam is going to have to be Bam from the bubble to beat the Celtics, in my opinion. I just think he has to play a lot better versus that team if they're going to win because the matchup is very damning. Obviously, Tatum is going to have to be Tatum. He's going to have a lot of wing defenders guarding him, a lot of different looks. So it's going to be really interesting to see how all that pans out in the grand scheme of things. But ultimately, one of these four teams has to win. And I love almost all of, that's a lot. I love all of the four teams left. So for any of them to win a championship, I think it would be amazing and stellar. Obviously, I'm going to root for my team, but I'm not looking past the Dallas Mavericks at all. That is the primary matchup I'm focused on. I'm going to have some film breakdowns in Spaces, which, by the way, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll be able to see all that type of stuff. But got to go to work, so I'm going to leave this video here. We'll have some more in-depth videos later. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. So I want to say peace out, people. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll catch you later. Peace.